You see worshiping idols. You see celebrating pagan day. Okay? And physically in the sense that, guess what? You still got to serve your enemy to eat. This is a captivity. Whether you came through the boat or through plane, through visa, you see a slave, buddy. Who you working for? You're working for the heathen, for the other nation, East or Edom. And you say, for by strength of hand the Lord brought you out from this place. There shall no leavened bread be eaten. Now, this was written in the book of Exodus, chapter 13, verses 3. Let's go to chapter 20. That's the main place most of our brothers, they go. Right? But before we go, they say, let's go to 13. Because 13, it has the same precept too. So let's go right here. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verses 2. I am the Lord thy Yahweh, which I brought thee out of the land of Egypt, comma, out of the house of bondage. You see, out of the house of bondage. Again. Out of the house of bondage. Again. So you're going to understand. So the reason why the Moses is calling this country, right, as known as America, okay, the United States of America, keep in mind. Why? Because the so-called blacks and Latin and Native, we slave in this land. Okay? We slave in this land. Okay, let's read it. He say, and the dead body, because we live in the congregation of the dead. Because we depart from wisdom. We depart from the law, the commandment of the Most High. So, we dead spiritually. Physically, we can go to work, like I said, you can drive, but spiritually, you dead. Okay? We lost. Okay? And the dead body shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. Now, when you read it straight up, everybody thinks it's talking about Jerusalem. Because we know where Yahweh Shemashah was crucified. Where? In Jerusalem. In Jerusalem. Okay, understand that? In Jerusalem. Now, when you read it, you can tell the Moses speaking word, metaphorically, is a metaphor. Okay? He's referring to a region, a vast region where they'll be pushing for war, homosexuality, like all type of sexual activity that is against the Most High, that is against the Bible. Eh? The so-called blacks, Latino and Native, the Israelite, the children of Jacob, Yeshala, they'll be oppressed. Right? Now remember, even today, we don't live in Jerusalem. Where do the vast majority of our people live in? Let's put it this way. Let's suppose that we were being held, right? We were taken like slave in that land and we were kept right under it. That I'll be like, yeah, definitely it's Jerusalem. Right? Now, watch this. The vast majority of our people don't live in Jerusalem. Where do they live? The so-called black, Latino, and Native. Where do they live? America. Whether it be Central, whether it be South, North, Europe, Africa, those are the places. Okay? So they say, a day of the people and kindreds and tongues and nation shall see the dead body 3 days and a half. You see, that's how you know he's not talking about literally Jerusalem. He's talking about a place where we will be taken a slave, we'll be dead. Spiritually, we're blind. We don't know who we are. We're groping. Though it be a noonday, you see the sun, clearly, we see groping. We're going like, we try and feel something, touch it to find our way. Where are we going? Like the blind grope at noonday. Even though the sun is there, you try and touch everything. You say, wait. That's what he's talking about. That's what the Moses is talking about. Right? Let's read. A day of the people, the nations, the race, the other nation, and kindreds, okay, let's see, and tongues and nation shall see the body, the dead body, 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer the dead body to be put in grave. Why? Because we are not dead physically. We're dead spiritually. Right? Watch this, and I'm going to show you. Okay, let's read it. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall sing gift one to another. Okay? Because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth. Right? Let's continue. And after 3 days, more than 300 years, after 300 years, more than 300, after 3 days, because 1 day is 1,000 years before the Most High. Okay, understand? So after 3 days and half, the spirit of life, understand that? The spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. And that's the problem right now in this world. The scarecrow, we're waking up as in the nation, we're waking up a high number. So you gotta keep in mind. Sodom and Gomorrah, or Sodom and spiritual Egypt, is talking about what? Latin America. This precept can be applied to the brother that live in France. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. So let's continue this article. I'm gonna go back to this article. Okay, let's go back to it, to this article. Bear with me. So let's read it. So it say, honoring our pagan fallen on Memorial Day. Okay, let's read it. Okay, he say, in America, comma, so he want to tell you something. You can see the image of an Edomite with the gun, and he got the Baphomet thing right there, right? The Baphomet style, the style of Satan, or whatever you name it, right? In America today is Memorial Day, a funeral, so it's not godly. Okay, so Esau exposing it. I don't even have to talk too much. Esau just call it is a federal holiday, right? It's not holy. Holiday, holy, right? It's a federal. So it's the government who came up with it. Satan gave the understanding to one devil, and the devil bringing it to the top devil, and the top devil just sign and say, yeah, we put into effect. He said a pharaoh, so it's not godly, it's not biblical. So your so-called Memorial Day, when you celebrating the memory of those that are fallen in the war, the civil war, whatever, international, regional, is what? Is a pharaoh holiday, which is literally what? Is a pagan, is man-made, that recognize those who had died in the service of our military forces. Why would you go and recognize? They're already dead. Why are you adding sin to sin? They're already wicked. They die wicked, and you see adding more sin to sin. I'll prove it to you. For decades, modern pagan military, let's read it. I didn't say that because the guy is telling this is who wrote this article. I did not. Okay, so for YouTube and Facebook purposes, we're gonna read it nicely. He said, let's read it again. He said, for decades, right, modern pagan military personnel have worked to see that their contribution and sacrifice were given equal honor and recognition. Today, pagan, so he call it modern pagan military personnel, pagan, because they know, because this either know whatever they do is all against the Bible. You see, that's what we tell you. They don't have the truth, man. Religion, they don't have the truth. They just lying. They just deceiving you, right? All the wickedness that they do, they say, oh yeah, God wanted, we do in the name of Jesus. We do in the name of, no. He said today, pagan involvement in our armed forces is at a level of what? Visibility and acceptance never before imagined. Imagine, though with that recognition come new challenges. While we work to continue our advances, let us take a moment to recognize the fallen. There we go. You see, there we go, man. He said, you see this image? You say, veteran reach at Circle Cemetery. Memorial Day weekend, remembering, honoring king, military, pagan dead. He called them pagan dead. At veteran reach of Circle Cemetery at Circle Sanctuary, headquartered near Bonneville, Wisconsin, Salina Fox, Circle Sanctuary. Okay? Look, even Lake, they got Lake going to that thing. Okay? Let's read it. It says, some feel it is macabre to celebrate death. You see that? What is the meaning of that word? Let's take a look at that word. Let's take a look at that word. Macabre. Right? Right? Let's see. It is what? Macabre. Because I never heard that word. This is the first time. So let's prove it. Okay? Let me ask Google. Because Google, he knows everything pretty much. He so set up Google. Google knows everything. Okay? This is the meaning. Macabre definition. Let's take a look at it. Right? Because you never know everything. You got to study. That's why I tell the brother and the people. The people don't want to listen. Right? Let's read it. Okay? Macabre or macabre is an adjective. Disturbing. You see? Horrifying because of involvement with a depiction of death and injury. Whoa, an injury. Let's read it again. So the word macabre or macabre is an adjective. It's a word disturbing and horrifying because of involvement, you see, with or depiction of death and injury. Right? Similar, let's see, synonym. Gruesome, grisly, grand, gory, morbid, You see, Gashley, Unearthly, Lurid, and the list goes. He said, what is disturbing, horrifying. So why would you go anywhere and celebrate that? Let's go back right here. You see, he says some people feel it is what horrifying. It's unacceptable to celebrate death. You see, so why are you doing it? And phrases like that, I can't understand. But we as pagans, okay, this he don't say. He said we pagan. He's also saying that America is a pagan nation. That's what they're saying. Let's read it. He said, but we as pagan do not celebrate death the way most folks celebrate birthday. You see? He said, but we as pagan, so this, although he acknowledges he's pagan, he doesn't believe in the living power of Yahweh because he knows the Bible is against pagan. The Bible is against worshiping the idol, going on the grave of the dead and laying flowers like candle is against the Most High. That's idolatry. That's worshiping the dead, that revering the Most High hated. The Most High is not with it. The Most High, Yahweh, he hates such spirit. Understand that? Okay? He said, the living God Yahweh, understand that. We celebrate the life the person live. You see? He said, listen, man, we celebrate the life the person live. How can you celebrate the life of somebody else live? How can you celebrate that? So in that way, I do not feel it is any way disrespectful to hang out at the beach on Memorial Day or to get your grill on as long as at some point during the feasting and festivity for the unofficial kickoff to summer, you acknowledge why we have the holiday. You see? You say Lori Day, Pagan Square. That's where they took it from. You see this little innocent baby right here? You see, innocent children. And they're bringing them, you see, in the grave, walking among the dead. And this is remarkable. That's what the scripture say. Okay? Right? Right? He say, I am planning some ritualizing this Saturday, imagine. But I'm also going to set aside a few moments to remember those who sacrificed their life for the greater good of us all. I think the meaning of the Memorial Day often get lost over the long weekend. It is about more than the start of summer and backyard barbecues. Light a candle and say a prayer, right, to the brave fighting women and men who have lost their lives in service to our country or your country, for those of you outside the United States. Jason Mankley, Pathos, right? So it's from so many people, right? Let's read this, right? Right? He said the modern military experience can also be a modern pagan experience, right? This is what I'm reading right now, right? Let's read it. Those who are wounded and died in our country's services are not an anonymous or removed from our experiences, but us. We here at the White Hand give honor to all our pagan brothers. There we go. I didn't even write this article. You see, we here at the Wild Hunt give honor to all our pagan brothers and sisters who have served, are serving, and have fallen in the line of duty. Please feel free to link or post any observance, tribute, thought, or remembrance you think appropriate on this day. So, I want to go to another article, right? Because I like to, you know, this is what somebody said. Let's see what somebody had to say. So we'll go to this website, right? Bear with me. Here is another website. You say Patheos, right? So the website is www.patheos.com, right? /blogs, Permenke, right? Pagan Memorial Day. That's the title. Pagan, right? Let's read it so everybody can see. You see what he said right there? He said a pagan Memorial Day. So what you doing today? You just worshiping Satan. He's pagan. It's not biblical. You see, that's why I don't get about these people, right? We're trying to teach you love. We're trying to tell you that I said the Most High. And all of a sudden, you follow the wicked in the wicked way, and you don't want to accept the truth. Why are you getting mad at us when we bring out the truth? You see, you don't want to keep the law, the commandment of the Most High, the high holy feast day of the living God Yahweh. You won't do that. But pagan day that was set up by men, Satan and his children, right? You follow them, you worship them. You see, really? Sometimes, man, I don't know. It's just too much for me. It's just too much. Right? Let's read it. A pagan Memorial Day, May 21st. The one I read was what? It was on May 2013, right? Gregorian calendar, according to the Edomite calendar. So he said this was written on May 21st, 2015 by Jason Menke, right? He said the American holiday of, right, holiday, right, of Memorial Day was established to recognize women. So it was established by who? Men. By Satan. Recognize women and men who died while serving in the U.S. military. So mainly, they already have a pagan day for the dead. But on top of that, they add a specific day for the wicked, the dead that died while they were holding gun and dropping bombs on people, things like that, the plane blows up, and things like that. They see go ahead and set up a specific day for them. Because this is Babylon the Great. This is the land of confusion. So every group of wicked people, they want their own day. You see, those that practice homosexuality, right? Whether it be so-called blacks, Latino, and Native, what they do, they have their own day to celebrate their weakness, right? Right? So keep in mind, it's the American holiday or folly day of Memorial Day was established to recognize women and men who died while serving in the U.S. military. Originally known as Decoration Day, so prior to being called Memorial Day for the dead in the military or in a war, things like that, it used to be called originally, it was known as the Decoration Day. I didn't know that. Now I'm learning that. All praise be unto the Most High. The folly day began in the years following the Civil War and was generally celebrated on May 30. So prior, it used to be celebrated. That pagan day was on the May 30 originally. And then they move it to May 31st. So understand that. If there is a fathers of Memorial Day, it is American General John A. Logan who ordered, you see right there, let me highlight it. Okay, so say this wicked idea came from this devil right here. Okay, from this devil right here. Okay, it came from this devil right here, General Logan. Okay, so keep in mind, it came from this devil right here, this Edomite devil right here, you see. Okay, Washington, this is a General Order number 11, headquarters, Grand Army of the Republic, Washington, District of Columbia. DC just stands for District of Columbia. May 5th, 1868. Who do you see? Esau, Edom. This is Esau. This is Edom, right? All right, let's go back right here to what we're reading. Okay. It say, if there is a father of Memorial Day, it is American General John A. Logan who ordered the first celebration of the folly day in 1868. I just proved it. There we go right here. There we go. This is the devil that ordered the celebration of the dead. We got to honor the dead. We got to worship them. Because Satan is moving him. He's a devil in uniform. He's just a devil in uniform with gun and bombs, all type of things. So keep that in mind. All right? Let's go back to the article. All right? We just want to establish the truth, right? It said the 30th day of May, 1868, right? So keep in mind, okay? It said the 30th day of May, 1868 is designated for the purpose of strewing with flowers. Okay, flower, anytime you bring flowers in, is paganism. It go back to the mother, the goddess that you worship it. Or your Valentine's Day, your Mother Day, bringing flower, blah, 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 all this. No, man. Okay? Don't bring no flower. Please, we don't need no flower. Understand that. Keep your flower. Okay? Or strewn with flowers or otherwise decorating the graves of comrades who died in defense of the country during the late rebellion, and whose body now lie in almost every city, because there was civil war. Civil war was throughout the whole United States of America. So understand, that's what the author of this article is pinpointing. That's what he's bringing out. For someone you don't understand, you don't know, right? So he said they lie in the ground in every city. Some of them, they be removed to build building. Yeah, I understand that. Whatsoever your apartments, your houses, you have a lot of dead body that were digged up, destroyed. Some were smacked into pieces by what? The bulldozer, right? He said, in almost every city, village, and hammer churchyard in the land, which like America, in this observance, no form or ceremony is prescribed, but both and comrade will in their own way arrange such fitting services and testimonial of respect as circumstances may permit. Let us then, at the time appointed, gather around the sacred remain. It's idolatry, it's weakness. The Most High is not with it. The Most High abhor it. The Most High detest it, right? Because you added sin to sin. These people were already reposing, they were already resting in the congregation of the dead. They were already wicked. And then being dead, you see, go and lay flour on them, you bring in more evil. Let us raise above them the dear old flag. Your flag is idolatry. It's pagan. It's not biblical. It's nowhere in the Bible. You can prove me. You can show me the Moses say we got to raise a flag on a Monday and bring it down Friday. No, that's paganism. That's from the man. That's wicked, right? Bear with me. That's wicked right there. Understand that? Okay. So you say, let us raise above them the dear old flag they save from dishonor. Let us in these solemn prisons renew our play to aid and assist those whom they have left among us as sacred charges upon the nation of gratitude, the soldier in sailor window and orphan. There we go. You see, you got your star, your satanic star right there, your Baphomet star, you see. This is the flag of Babylon the Great, okay, the flag of Babylon the Great, okay, they raise it up. All right, you got a flag right there, and it's written where? They're at the beach. Memorial Day, they commemorate, they memorating what? The dead. Okay? Logan observance wasn't the first decoration day. The city of Waterloo, New York had observed something similar a few years before on the 5th of May. But it did serve to popularize the holiday. By the start of the 20th century, most northern states officially celebrate, most northern states officially celebrate Decoration Day on May 30 as a way to commemorate those who died in the American Civil War. You see, most northern states, all the states in the north of America, the north of the United States of America, they commemorate on the 30th of May. There we go. In the American South, similar observances were held, but on various days. Decoration Day did not officially become Memorial Day until 1967, but the term was in use by the end of the 19th century. At the conclusion of World War I, the holiday focus began to change. Instead of being a northern holiday honoring those who died in the Civil War, it became a holiday to honor all those who have died in combat. This change resulted in many southern states officially adopting the holiday on the date of May 30th. By the conclusion of World War II, Memorial Day had become the most common name for the holiday, you see, and was made official in 1967. So 1967 is so America made the Memorial Day, celebrating the day that all those pagan, as the other author called them, that died in the battle, in the combat. He said we got to worship them, we got to bring flower, we got to honor them. The Uniform Monday holiday Act passed by Congress in 1968 made Memorial Day a national holiday, and changed the 40 days date. Instead of being celebrated on May 30, it will be moved to the last Monday of May. The last Monday of May. The last Monday of May. Though Memorial Day on the Monday feels like something that has been celebrated for countless decades, the law only went into effect in 1971. So understand that. It went to effect 1971. It became fully national in the whole United States of America. Americans love their 3 days weekend. You say 3 days weekend, right? 3 days weekend, what they're saying, they're talking about Friday, Sunday and Monday, right? He said today Memorial Day still serves as an opportunity to honor. Why you honor them? You can't honor them. They're already dead. I will word them. Let me just pause right there first, okay? Right? You want to honor them, right? Let's read it. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9, and verse 5 through 6, right? Because what you're doing, actually before that, let's go right here. Let's go right here in the book of Ecclesiastes to the Sirach. Let's read it. This is the book of Sirach, right? Bear with me. This is the book of Sirach, right? This is the book of Sirach, chapter 5 and verses 1. Set not thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough for my life. Because many brothers, they always feel like that. Yeah, I ain't got to worry. I got everything. I'm rich. You know, my bank is flowing. I got six-figure money, man. I'm making money, I got my stocks, they're pumping, money's coming, flowing. That's how a lot of people feel, man. They say, I'm making money, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need God. I don't need the Most High. That's how you feel, ye so-called blacks, Latino, and native in. Because you got 2 jobs and 3 jobs. You ain't got no time for the Most High. Hey, repent, buddy. Repent. Make sure you got time for the Most High. The law, the commandment. You got to make time to keep the law, the commandment of the Most High. Or you're going to be gone. Keep in mind. So this message mainly is unto you, so-called blacks, Latino, and native Indian. Understand that. Let's read it. He said, follow not thine own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart. The way of your mind. You want to do what your heart is telling you. No, go to the Most High. What is the Most High? It's the Bible. Go in the Bible. Let's continue. He said, and say not, who shall control me for my works? Who? Who is going to judge me? Who is going to condemn me? I got money. I do what I want. I do what I want. I got money. I got money. That's what they say. I got money. You can buy New York. You can drop bombs on people. You do whatever you want. Who can tell me what I need to do? That's what we feel. We, so-called blacks, Latino, and native, you can't tell me nothing. That's what we say. Right? And we don't want to be rebuked. We want to be correct in the spirit of the Most High in the law. Let's really say what? Let's really say what? And say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Lord will surely revenge that pride. Because you've been proud. You've been proud. He said, surely. Right? Pride go before destruction. We know this history. We know this story from our Lord and Savior Yahushua Mashiach, where this brother, this elder, he was rich. He got money. He got everything. Well, he said, I'm rich. I got everything. I need nothing. Right? What did the Most High told him through Yahushua? He said, fool, tonight your soul shall be required of thee. Right? Thou fool, that night tonight. So imagine that. So you got to be in fear of the Most High 24/7. Right? And let's read it. Verse 4. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm had happened unto me? Because a lot of people, they're living in the midst of sin. A lot of our people, the so-called blacks, Latino, and native, you're eating shrimp. You're eating shrimp. You're wearing pants. The woman's wearing pants. The woman's ruling over the man. The man turn himself into a woman. The woman turn herself into the man. And you got chaos and confusion throughout the four corners, so everywhere. And the so-called blacks, Latino, and native, they're worshiping idols. Some see Christian, nothing happened to them. Some say Muslim, and nothing happened to them. The Most High has not avenged them yet. So they see that as what? Prosperity. That's what they talk about what? The prosperity gospel, right? Prosperity gospel. That's where they refer to that word. Prosperity gospel. Why? Because they stay Catholic. They say worshiping Caesar Borgia. They say bow down to the idol, to the image. They say worshiping Esau. Some receive the mark of the beast and they say doing well, right? And nothing happened. Some see doing all type of filthy things. They are not. Because the Most High is not suffering toward the wicked. The Most High, he allowed the wicked to live longer. Take a look at George Walker Bush. He killed a lot of people. He's still living. He's still doing well. His father did the same thing. Look at Obama. Obama done a lot of evil. Obama still doing well. Look at Donald Trump. He done a lot of wickedness. Donald Trump still living good. So take a look at Bill Gates. Bill Gates killed a lot of people. He's still living good. So you take a look at the wicked, those that do evil, more evil, harm don't happen to them, don't come to them like that. The wicked, they live longer. The wicked, when they're ruling over you, they be your boss, they're CEO, they're decent, they're going to live longer because they're going to oppress more people. They're going to do more evil. That's how the Most High wanted to go down. So the Most High is patient toward the wicked. So if your mama or your papa is doing wickedness, the Most High has not destroyed them, has not bring vengeance upon them. Understand that's how the Most High wanted to go. The Most High want him to continue, or her to continue her or his weakness, deceive more people, and then prophecy be fulfilled. Understand that. It's very simple, right? Let's continue. Let's go back unto you. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm had happened unto me. That's what most people say. I'm still eating pork. I'm not dead yet. I'm still eating snail. I'm still eating rat. I eat my snake. Nothing happened. What you talking about? I don't keep the Shabbat. God has not killed me. So I don't believe what you say. Oh, that's your own breakdown. Northern Kingdom just told me that yesterday. Okay? Northern Kingdom just told me. Northern Kingdom woman just told me, hey, Frank, is your understanding. You see, that's how you understand the Bible. Because I told the sister, I said, you got two types of hell, man. There's hell on earth and hell another place where the Most High reserved unto those after judgment. But hell is on earth. You got hell on earth too. You got brothers that have been slain, that have been killed wrongfully. They're going through hell. They're catching hell. Understand that. We're catching hell on earth too. Mainly the Israelites. The heathen, they're living good. They got a business. They're setting up everything. They run the police. They run the government. They run the business. They run the ship. They run the visa. We don't run anything. So we're catching up hell right now. You got a brother applying for visa to go to France, Germany, come to America. They've been denied all their life. 3 times, 5 times. They catching hell. Understand that. They catching up hell. So you got to tell, but the sister told me, no, I don't believe that. It was only hell with the Most High, whatsoever. I said, okay, yeah, but guess what? There's hell on earth too. I said, don't you see the brother being killed, being put to death, say, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. Don't you know he's suffering? He was seen being put to death literally by those men. And guess what? Don't you know that brother was catching hell? You don't see like that? Oh, he just died. Nice death, like he was in his couch after he had a big ass pizza. Papa, Papa John pizza. He got like some nice beer. He got a good diner. Or dinner, and after that, no, the brothers catching hell. I understand that. We catching hell on earth. Mainly the so-called black Latino and native in them. You see the native here over 100 million. They were catching it. They call hell. I understand that, right? So we just want to put out. So when people sinning, and the Most High has not smite them, has not brought vengeance upon them, people take that as a what? Prosperity. They say we're doing well. That's what most Christians believe. They say, yeah, we're doing well. Look, all this time, hey, listen, I had 3 girlfriends, I commit adultery over there, nothing happened, I'm still doing well. So what are you talking about? So that's the spirit. Because the Most High has not strike them, has not smite them, has not bring vengeance upon them, judgment upon them, they feel comfortable. They say, you know what? I see celebrate pagan day, mother day, all these filthy, abominable, all this, and nothing happened. So what are you talking about, Frank? You're going off, Frank. You got demons on you. Hey, listen, it's up to you, buddy. All right? Because the Most High is long suffering and patient, right? But when the Most High strike, you'll be gone, lady. So keep in mind, right? Let me read it again. Say not, I have sinned, and what have happened unto me. For the Lord is long suffering. That's what I'm saying. So keep in mind. So you need to stop adding sin to sin. Don't add sin to sin. These people are already wicked. So if they die, forget about it. They're already dead. It is what it is. Bury them and that's it. No more than that. Why you want to go into the grave and lay flower, talking about the memorial day, you want to have a cookout? You cooking out, don't you know you're sacrificing to the devil? You can't serve the Most High and devil at the same time, man. You can't worship 2 masters. Because you're going to love one and you're going to abhor, you're going to detest, you're going to hate one, man. Or you love one master and you hate the other master. That's what the Bible says. You can't serve 2 masters. Let me read it, right? Because, you two might say we're teaching hate, right? Because we're just using the word hate from the Bible. And you two say we're teaching hate. That's what they say. Right? Hey, let's go to it. Let's go to Matthew. We're going to prove it. Right? We're going to prove it, right? You can't serve 2 masters. No. You can't serve 2 masters. Let me read it to you, right? You can't serve 2 masters. Because you cannot serve 2 masters. You got to pick one. Who do you want to serve? You want to serve the Most High or you want to serve Satan? You got to pick one. Who do you want to do? Who do you want to serve? Right? Right? You got to serve. Look, you got to seek the Most High. That's what the scripture say. You can't serve 2 masters. 2 masters, you can't serve 2 masters. No man can serve 2 masters. Or you're going to hate one or you're going to love the other one. Okay? So keep in mind, you can't serve 2 masters. It doesn't either.